So I was wondering if we could start off by saying, first of all, congratulations on such a great film and such a fantastic performance from yourself as well.
Thank you so much. I'm glad that you liked it.
So, for the people out there who haven't seen it yet, tell us a little bit about Kay as a character.
So, Kay is the girlfriend from Adam's past, and, well, is it okay if I just kind of go into the whole story?
Yeah, that's fine, yep.
Okay, cool. So, the whole story is basically Adam's character being isolated and alone after something obviously happened, and so it's in this very lonesome post-apocalyptic world, and he's living through flashbacks of what his life was, what it could have been, how it happened. So Kay is his love that he reminisces about during his descent into isolated insanity, which we can all relate to now.
Yeah, I was going to ask that a little bit later on. This has been a year for a lot of people that's been the most lonely and the most isolated year of their lives. Do you think people will actually watch the film now and have a better understanding of what he's actually going through in the film?
I feel like, yes. I do think that people will be able to find similarities in their own life within the film, or not exactly in their life, but in their mental state during all of this.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, when I rewatched it recently, it just sort of does make you think, like, yeah, I feel that. And it for me, it actually made me think, like, I just want to go into the middle of nowhere and just be by myself now.
Yeah.
You know, so it gives you a little of both sides of it all.
Yeah. How has the pandemic been there for you? And, like, has it been a kind of lonely time, or have you kind of been in an area that's been a little bit more open than other areas?
Well, I'm in Los Angeles, so right now we're pretty bad now. I've been isolated at home. I have 2 roommates. One is my boyfriend, so I'm very lucky that, you know, we've had each other during all of this. And, but the isolating part is more so, you think about what your life was. You know, I might not be by myself in the world, but you do think about during a pandemic, like, and being isolated, what did I do in life before? What was I doing that wasn't making me happy? What would make me happy now? So I know for me, for my sort of mental and well-being and soul, the pandemic's been okay for me.
Yeah.
Figuring out my life and where my priorities are and my core values and stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
But you're in Australia, right? So you guys are kind of good right now, right?
Yeah, we've only got a few active cases in the state that I'm in at the moment, so masks are still mandatory when we go into build-up areas. It's kind of that weird kind of phase at the moment where everything's back open, but there's still a lot of restrictions. So if you walk into a restaurant, you're supposed to wear the mask from the door to your table and then take it off when you start eating. So there's like really... Yeah, it's kind of weirder now than what it was when we were in full lockdown, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Yeah. So bringing it back to the film, tell us a little bit about how you first became involved with the film, because I had the privilege of interviewing Alex earlier today, and he said that you were someone that he wanted involved with the film for a fair while before they started shooting.
Yeah, so Alex's girlfriend, Fiona, and we grew up together through our parents.
Yep.
So we've known each other for a long time, and she's in the arts as well, and through her, she was like, my boyfriend is doing this thing, is it okay if, like, I put you guys in contact? I was like, sure. So then he reached out and he told me about the film, and he gave me a script and saying that he wanted me to be involved, and it was shooting in, like, one of my hometowns, because I'm from Brooklyn and this small town in upstate New York, so he was like, we're filming here, and I would have you involved. I read it. I thought it was really cool. I am the type of person that I also will always help out a friend in any way that I can. So, it was like, sure, I would love to work. This sounds like a great project. And, cinematographer, the DP he had involved, Frankie. Oh, my dyslexia is kicking in. Triano?
Yep.
Please fix that if you can.
Yeah, I will.
But his work has been, they showed me his Instagram, and his stuff is really cool. And, yeah, we ended up doing it, and I'm so happy that I was a part of it, and it was fun to shoot, and it really came out beautifully.
Yeah.
It is a gorgeous shot film.
It is. And what was it about the film that made you want to be involved when you first read the script? You said you read the script and you thought it was really cool. What was it that really stood out to you and made you think, I want to be in this film?
Well, I personally love scripts that show you a world and you sit in the world.
Yeah. If
that makes sense. Actually, I did an interview with Alex, and he used a really great example of, in a lot of films, it shows someone, it's like, oh, I need to go to the store, and then it cuts to them being at the store. So this, it sort of shows okay, he's got to get here, and it shows that time, and you're really immersed in this, when you have nothing to do all day, it's slow time, and I don't know, I really love environments that you sit in.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. And the idea of it also, because he told me, where he came from for the script and everything else, and we played with the idea of, just being upstate in that area. You can be walking around or driving around for miles and you don't see a single other person, and it just sort of makes you think, what if I was by myself?
Yeah.
And you have this idea. I don't know, I just really liked it.
Did it change things for you having it filmed in an environment that you knew, filming it near your hometown? Did that change anything for you when you were actually working on the film?
Not really. It was nice to be able to shoot not in the Hudson Valley, in that area. The only time that it got somewhat strange is the scene in the bar. That is the town pub, the people's pub, and all the extras are my friends that I went to high school with. We needed extras, and I was like, hey guys, we need extras in the film, will you do it? And so then people came, and so that, I think, was the only weird part, is doing this, but it worked, but doing this scene of having to act in front of all of my high school friends, and I was not a theater person, so I was not used to it.
Yep. Yeah.
And acting in front of all of them, but it worked in our favor because, it was when Adam and Kay first meet, so it helped with that sort of awkwardness that we were supposed to be feeling anyway.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And this was such a personal project for Alex because it all started with that dream that he had. What was that like for you, working with him on such a project that meant so much to him personally?
I just wanted to do right by him. It does kind of scare you when it's such close to someone's heart like that, and especially when it's a dream and you're just I don't want to fuck up.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to do right by him, and I know that he's happy with how it came out, so
yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, we have a lot of actors and actresses who listen to this show, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the dynamic of actually having the director play a role in the film for you. What is that like, actually acting alongside the director when they're in a scene with you? Does it change things to how it would be if the director was behind the camera?
It depends. I've had other situations where I've worked with the director as well. I personally like it, or at least with the directors and actors that I've worked with, that I've experienced this with, I have enjoyed it. I know that some people might not. It might get hard because, you know, being the director and especially being the writer as well, you can be very particular of what you want and what your vision is. So maybe there could be some sort of bossiness that happens, but I'm lucky that I haven't experienced that really.
Yep.
And I like it because then you're in it, so they can know, like, all right, there's this feeling that needs to change, and visually, and I've noticed that sometimes they keep you more in the loop.
Yeah.
You know, they'll be like, this is the angle that we're going for, this is what it looks like, and, you know, it's kind of just like, hey, thanks, like, you usually don't always get that as an actor. It's just sort of like, ignore the camera, you don't know what it looks like, what they're seeing at all.
Yep.
But it was great working with Alex. I mean, he was a natural doing the directing and acting at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
And being the writer of it all as well. I mean, he did a great job.
Yeah. Does it also give you that advantage of being able to turn to him and say, what would Kay do at this time? Like, with a look, or how would she deliver this line? Does it make it a little bit easier because the writer is there as well?
It can. I mean, I guess it depends for other situations of the relationship you have with the writer or the director.
Yep.
Alex was great that if I did have any sort of question like that, he would answer kindly and let me know, or we would, like, figure it out together if there was something that needed to be figured out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess the big question now to finish off is, the film is out there, people can sit down and watch it. So what would you like to say to people out there before they take that opportunity to sit down and watch the film now?
Just to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Like, take yourself out of this COVID world and just watch A Different Isolation. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke.
No, I do.
Made me laugh, but not that good. But really, like, enjoy it. To just enjoy it.
Definitely. Well, I think a lot.
Rate it. You know, definitely rate it, because indie films are pre-orders and buying it online. It really helps to show the new age of where cinema is going and how it's being distributed. 1D distributed. And so rating it and renting it and pre-ordering it is really good for all indie movies, not just ours. Ours is most important, obviously, but for all of them. That's for future advice for people about indies.
Definitely. Well, Olivia, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today. I know
Thank you so much.
I know a lot of our listeners are going to watch this movie over the next couple of weeks, so it's been fantastic to chat to you. Stay safe, and hopefully we get to talk to you again in the future with your next film.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope so, and good luck with everything. Stay happy and healthy and all of the above.
Definitely. You too. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.